Hello, church. I want to invite you to join us this Sunday as we continue to press into finishing well and invest in the ministries that matter to us. And so this Sunday, Lance Orton, who's part of City Team, which oversees Night Strike, is going to be with us sharing some stories and videos from their ministry as we present them with a check to invest in their work. We have gathered socks, hats, gloves for them. We have countless volunteer hours of teams that have gone down to serve. And this is obviously become something that has been quite passionate for several of our members in our congregation. And so Lance Orton will be with us this week for City Team. Also coming up, we have our Red Cross blood drive. I'm going to back up a little bit because I'm wearing the Red Cross shirt. So that is going to be June 7th, Friday, coming up in a couple weeks. If you have the ability to donate blood, please come. Share that information if you can. That'll be awesome. I also want to just share that last night we held a neighborhood town hall, a community town hall with our building partners. We invited the broader community neighborhood association, and there was just overwhelming support and encouragement for the lease that we're entering into with a live church. If you haven't heard yet, our space as we finish is not going to sit empty on Sunday mornings. Our pews are going to be filled with a young, vibrant Latino congregation who they gave birth during the pandemic, and they have just been growing as they were trying to meet people exactly where they are. Getting to know the pastor a bit, I'm just so encouraged and excited to know that this space will continue to be used as a church on Sundays, that there will be that relationship between a congregation and our building partners. We have growing support from the conference as well as the district as we're making this move. But this is something we're choosing to do as we lean into just being generous. One of the interesting things this last week too, we had Valarie Kaur, who was the author of See No Stranger, talked about the book a lot. We had a clergy study. She shared that she spent most of her life in her career working against hate, but she intends to work on the rest of her career to be working towards love and revolutionary love. And it's just, I think it's interesting that it's so easy for us to say we're against something, but it's actually harder to define it and put action and practice in place when we're for something. So as a United Methodist Church, it is easy for us to say we are against racism. But what does it look like to live into radical generosity and intentional hospitality to say, not only are we going to be against that, but we are going to be intentional to support a growing young Latino congregation. It represents a minority group here in Southwest Portland. That takes more. And we're doing that. We're putting our building into use. We're being generous with the lease that is being written. We're trying to be generous with our intentional giving around that. And so I want to encourage you, even as we think about this, it's not just like, well, we're not racist, but what are we actually doing? We're intentionally choosing radical generosity, intentional hospitality to empower a young, vibrant church to succeed, to give them a footing, to give them a consistent space to meet and to gather. And that can have lasting effects for generations. So I don't care about the past or what's happened there. We have this opportunity to finish so well. And the community partners are excited. The preschool, the Montessori school, neighborhood associations, scouts, all of them are looking forward to continuing to work with a local congregation as they are in our space for the foreseeable future until the conference and the denomination determines what to do with the building. And so I'm excited about that. Last announcement, I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but June 2nd, so not this Sunday, but the following second, is our field trip Sunday. So still be here at church at 9:30. Breakfast is going to be hosted by me, and we're going to do biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs and pancakes. Maybe if I get excited, we'll throw in some bacon. And Taylor and I will be cooking breakfast for everybody. And then we will jump in our cars and head up to Vermont Hills, which is 10 minutes up the road. Their service begins at 10:30. And so we're going to meet here for breakfast, go up to Vermont Hills together as a group. We will participate in their service, and we will take communion with another Methodist congregation that is willing to welcome in any of our congregation who wants to continue to be Methodist and is looking for a local church congregation to plug into. So there's a lot going on. Stay connected, read the midweek email, come to church, hear the announcements, hear the messages as we celebrate well and as we finish well.